Alright, guys, welcome back to another movie review. My name is Fong. This is Will Johnson. Will, it's always a pleasure to sit down, talk movie with you.
Thank you.
So what we are going to discuss today is, of course, Suicide Squad. Will, let's hear it.
Yeah, for sure. It's,
What's your overall thought?
overall, I think overall it was a disappointment.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you said you enjoyed the movie.
I did enjoy it. That doesn't mean I didn't like it, but I expected a lot, and I didn't get that. But it was still a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was better than Batman vs Superman, which is always a good thing.
I've said about Suicide Squad. I think that people going in the movie expecting to hate it, especially the critics, because I mean, for example, let's just say they somehow make a good 50 Shades of Grey sequel. Do you think you would like go into the movie expecting a good movie? No, hell no.
No.
But I mean, that's what Suicide Squad.
Yeah, so you get pleasantly surprised.
From the last movie,
Mm-hmm.
and so, but overall, I think it's a good movie, but not without its flaws. So, now let's go a little bit in depth.
Okay.
So let's talk about the characters.
Okay,
What do you think of the characters?
I think that the characters were the strength of the movie, but also the weakness, because
There's just so many of them.
yeah, there were a lot of them, and it's really hard to have a juggling act like that. Like, even Civil War struggled with that, which was a great movie.
Mhm.
But then you have, so you have a bunch of good characters, and you have a bunch of underused characters, and then you have a bunch of really bad characters. So starting with the really good ones, Harley Quinn was great.
Oh,
Harley
definitely.
Quinn was awesome.
You know, she almost reminded me of the Batman animated series.
Yep.
Harley Quinn. Just a different voice, but
For sure.
she was spot on.
Yep.
as Harley Quinn.
She was great. El Diablo was good.
I like him, yeah.
Yep. Rick Flag was surprisingly good.
You know what's funny? Because he was originally they had Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
And then he backed out. And then
But-
before they went to the new Joel Kinnaman, they tried to have Jack Gyllenhaal to play Rick Flag.
Okay, I wouldn't have liked that.
Really?
No, I really liked the guy. I really liked Joel Kinnaman. He did a really, really good job.
Yeah.
I really liked him a lot. Who else did I like?
Do you like that shot?
Will Smith's Deadshot was good enough. I didn't expect good things, but he was good.
For me, he's the coolest character of the movie, but I mean, you can argue he played himself in this movie, but it worked for the character.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't awful.
That shot isn't that complicated of a character to play, so I think Will Smith did a good job.
Yeah. And then the underused characters, Slipknot was underused because, I mean, didn't you say, the actor, I looked him up a little bit, and, now I actually feel kind of bad.
Okay, so the actor who plays Slipknot, Adam Beach, he's a very underrated, in my opinion, Native American actor. He was in this movie I saw in middle school called Bury My Heart, about having a native person go into the modern America, industrialized America, and how his life changed because of that. And he was also in another movie I saw when I was a sophomore called Smoke Signal, about this two Native American moved to I think it was Alaska, something like that, to look for his dad or something like that. It was a really good movie, and I think he's a really good actor.
Yes.
But he just died
he's in it for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, and then just boom, like that. I guess it's safe to say that his performance was mind blowing. Mind blowing performance.
Under other underused characters, well, actually, this one I think was overused. Was Captain Boomerang.
I thought he was funny.
I thought he was funny. I liked him, but they used him too much.
Really?
He's not an important character, and he took a lot of spotlight from people who deserved it more, which I'll get to later.
Mm-hmm.
There was one who...
I was surprised how much I like Jai Courtney in this movie.
Well, I mean, he's never really that great, and then he was actually decent.
He was fine in this movie. The more I think about it, the less I like Killer Croc.
Yep. No, I hated him.
Because
Hated him. He was one of the people in the third thing. He was like one
It's
of the
funny
bad
because
characters.
I gave you a Killer Croc action
Yeah,
figure,
I know, and he was
and now
just...
you're gonna have it in your room and everything.
He was comic relief, but he was a bad character for comic relief. They chose the wrong character for it.
He had like 1 or 2 good lines.
Yeah, but they would have been funnier by another character.
Sure.
Okay, the BET line was really funny.
This is spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie,
it's not important.
Go.
BET isn't super important.
But it was funny.
And then at the end, like with the TV, I thought that was funny. But everything else,
I like the makeup and the prosthetic that they did with Killer Croc. Yeah,
he should have been scary. He should have been menacing.
Yeah,
and in the fight scenes, he didn't do anything.
He like throwing people around.
Yeah, he just kind of stood there. Yeah. He didn't really do anything.
The Killer Croc from the comics is actually like a very you really feel for him in the comics because he has this order because he's a scientist, and then things went wrong.
DC version of the Lizard,
pretty much, and then you actually feel for the guy, but in this movie he's just like a half human, half monster kind of.
Yeah, making jokes.
Yeah, pretty much. Who else?
Okay,
Katana.
And then Katana was in the underused because I think she's a really good character.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was really badass.
I thought this trapping sword, the sword thing. This was interesting, but they didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think her character either could have been not in the movie at all, or been in the movie more.
It did feel a bit shoehorned in. Katana.
Speaking of shoehorned in, the character that I was looking forward to most, the Joker.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Brilliant acting.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was great acting. But it wasn't worth the ticket I paid to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they marketed the movie as it's going to be Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn and Jared Leto as the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And then Will Smith as Deadshot and blah, 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 and the list goes on. But we saw nothing. Zero. Zip. Literally nothing.
When you heard about the things that he did, like behind the scene, and the amount of screen time he had in the movie, it felt almost underwhelming.
It felt underwhelming, but I don't think it was his fault.
True, because
apparently he got a ton cut out.
He did say that they cut, like he did say that he filmed enough footage for like a Joker movie.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing to see him not getting that much screen time.
I thought he was great though when he was in it. I thought he was amazing, and he definitely could have been a better villain than my least favorite character, which was Enchantress.
The thing that she did, with what she said, Enchantress, and the black hand sort of grab her from underneath and then flip. I thought that was really cool, and when she's like
raggedy and stuff.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. I thought that was
visually,
alright.
It was really cool, but then her brother,
the costume change with the brother and stuff, and that's when things went to hell.
And what was that scene where she is like
dancing?
I'm like, oh my god, what is that? And
she just starts dancing, and lightning is everywhere,
and what? Okay, so this is like the 10,000 comic book or sci-fi movie that we got, and we're still doing the energy beam, the blue
into
energy
the
beam,
sky. I don't think we've ever had a superhero movie. I don't count The Dark Knight as a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've ever had a superhero movie with the actual good villain, except for the Avengers.
I'm trying to think. I thought Ultron was pretty decent.
He was decent, but he wasn't good. He wasn't a good villain because he was underdeveloped and not well known.
I thought Resco in the first Avenger, Captain America, the first Avenger.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
I thought it was great.
Mm-mm.
But yeah. Did you feel like Jared Leto, like, how would you compare Jared Leto Joker to Heath Ledger?
You can't compare anyone to Heath Ledger. But if I was going to, so like Heath Ledger's obviously a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. Jared Leto was a solid 7. He did a really good job for what he was given. I think he did a really good job of putting his own take on it, like with all the tattoos and like looking weird and everything, but he took it to heart and he was really creepy. Like, I felt disturbed when he was like on the screen.
I like the fact that they made. First of all, I gave Jared Leto major credit for not copying.
Yes, 100%.
Because
not copying.
He did say that the past performance. He didn't just say Heath Ledger, but he's talking Jack Nicholson and of course Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
He said that in the interview. He said that those performance is untouchable. So
do your own thing.
Yeah. He I love the fact that he's like a mobster, like a gang leader. Like, it's just so cool to see. I mean, you kind of did see it in The Dark Knight, but that Joker was more like his own person.
Yeah, he was his own person, but this one,
it felt
really,
like
you could see the effect he had on other people.
Joker, like, he has people that work for him, so I thought it was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
What else? The story, I heard a lot of criticism about, the plot being too thin, but for a movie like this, I don't see the need for like a complicated plot or like, so much going on, because the star of this movie is, of course, the character.
Yeah.
You just give him like a, generic plot and just have the character, carry that plot.
I think that it's an unfair criticism to say that the plot was thin, because they did the same thing that Deadpool did.
True.
And no one thought the plot of Deadpool was thin.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the plot of Deadpool, it's like a literal 2-hour span of him on a highway, figures out this guy's gun, goes and kills him.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this one, it's actually more of a convoluted plot, but then people say it's thin.
Mm-hmm.
Because they tried to do an origin story for everyone.
True.
And it's not easy. So I give him props for that. I don't think that it was a great plot. It's not like I went to that movie to see plot.
Yep.
It was a better plot than Batman vs. Superman. And then, yeah, I don't think it was a big deal.
There's one thing I would say about the plot of Suicide Squad is that it felt somewhat like they chosen the wrong plot, because the writer of the movies is also the director, David Ayer.
Yeah.
He was the only person who got credit for writing the script.
And I don't know if I agree with that directing choice overall.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think his directing was anything great. I didn't like any of his other movies that much.
Mm-hmm.
I
thought he did. He
did better
directed
than Zack Snyder, for sure.
Did you know Zack Snyder directed the Flash cameo?
And he produced the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he was a producer. So, hence the flaws.
Speaking of Flash, let's talk about the cameo.
The cameo was really cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was like...
It was dope.
5 seconds, but
yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
It was really cool.
I was surprised that the audience didn't like clap. It was a dead audience, to be honest.
But I mean, they wanted to see the movie. I didn't clap because I was too focused.
But
I almost clapped when we saw the Joker in the beginning.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought Flash cameo was cool. Batman was awesome.
Yep. He was used well.
Mm-hmm.
Batfleck is growing on me.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Amanda Waller.
I don't care about her. That's
really?
why I didn't talk about her.
I would say that Amanda Waller, they chose the right actress for the role.
For sure.
I feel like they could have, gave the character more humanity than
100%,
than her, comic book counterpart. So, Viola Davis, she played the character very well, but for this movie, it's just like at first
she's just a dick.
I know. At first, I was like, damn, this lady, she's so mean, but that's awesome. But as the movie went on, I want to see more humanity from the character of Amanda Waller, but you didn't get it.
Not at all.
But I mean, you could argue that that's
she
pretty
got
much her.
sucked into a blue beam and comes out being an asshole. She doesn't have her near-death experience. Wow, I should be nicer to people.
That shot was like, how are you not dead?
Yeah, and she comes back and she's still got the thing ready on her wrist. I'm gonna blow you guys up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. You saved my lives. Bang, you're dead. So
I feel like it's very true to the comics, but for a movie on the big screen, it could have been a little bit more. Yeah, and going back on the script, David Ayer, he did say that he didn't have a lot of time to finish the script, and he was the only one working on it. So
I liked the script though; it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all, but I feel like because it didn't make sense because you have a witch who is pretty much a demigod.
The villain was stupid.
It was the bad villain, but there's two of them who's as strong as a demigod, and you have people who throw boomerang and with guns and
a baseball bat.
Yeah, to fight two witch. That doesn't make sense.
But then El Diablo just kind of pulls some weird voodoo thing out of his butt and dies. He dies.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that though. We'll see what happens.
I was so confused.
I mean, Slipknot is dead, but
yeah,
El Diablo, he could still be alive.
Yeah.
What he did threw me off at first, but
it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I liked it
because his powers, like he got possessed by a demon, so
yeah,
it would make sense that he would.
It was kind of like the Ant-Man scene in Civil War, except
True, yeah.
Ant-Man scene was better.
It got built up. You
yeah,
know? It didn't just. It felt earned, the Ant-Man scene.
Yeah,
but this one is just kind of like random. So
yeah, but it was still good.
It was still.
I was cheering for him.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like I don't like that. That was stupid.
I like his backstory a lot.
Yeah,
El Diablo,
and I really liked how he really wasn't fighting or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They did a good job with that until and then he decided that he had these were his friends. I don't think that they developed enough of a friendship between the group.
True. Yeah.
Because there's no way that they were thinking each other as family by the end of that because
Mm-hmm.
all they did was kill people with each
Mm-hmm.
other. I would have liked to see all the characters locked in a room together with no weapons, nothing. I think that would have been a cool scene, so to see how they all bond with each other. But speaking of bonding, that's what I really liked about Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, because he seemed especially with Deadshot, the relationship between those two,
the bromance, yeah.
It was really cool. I really liked how he connected with all of them
mm-hmm.
on a personal level, because I liked his side of the relationship with Enchantress, and
mm-hmm.
when she was June Moore, Cara Delevingne did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a good actress, and everything was good and happy. And then when she started dancing with her blue light and shit, it went to hell. But then it was, I don't know. I thought he was probably the best character in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
I like the part when Deadshot was talking to his daughter.
Yeah.
And the dude from behind is trying to lock him up and Slipknot. Reflect. He's stopped them and let him finish talking with his daughter. So that's kind of sweet.
Yeah. For sure.
What else? The music, the soundtrack is very
great,
very catchy. Yeah,
it's great. I love it.
What's your favorite though?
Sucker for Pain.
Sucker for Pain, definitely.
It's a really good song. I have that on my phone now.
Did you watch the music video for Purple Lamborghini?
Yeah, Jared Leto is in it.
Yep. I thought I felt like he was in it more than he was in the movie.
Yeah. But I mean, it's more Jared Leto as the Joker. I'll take it. Whatever I need. But he's on the cast list for Justice League, which means good
mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that he's coming back. And I don't think Justice League will be his last movie. I think that I heard a rumor that they're planning to have him as the main villain in the Batman standalone movie.
Yeah.
So,
that'd be awesome.
I'm ready for that.
Here's the thing about the DC Universe villain. They're not mind-blowingly good. You have General Zod, who's dead. I thought he was fine.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Nothing great.
Lex Luthor was just awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
Don't talk about Doomsday.
And now you have Joker. You have I want to talk about Lex Luthor and Joker, but these two are the arch nemesis of Batman and Superman, which is the two biggest superheroes in the world. But having these two being portrayed so poorly in these movies,
Joker wasn't portrayed poorly.
I mean, he wasn't.
He was underused.
Underused, but they didn't kill them
mm-hmm.
after one movie.
Which means they're coming back.
Yeah, so that's what I like about the DC villains is that I didn't like him at first, but they have
They
time.
get another try.
Yeah.
And I also think that DC has a bunch of better villains to choose from. Marvel never has really had a good villain
They
besides
just,
Doctor Octopus, maybe. So like,
Yeah. They just like have one villain, the Marvel movie, and then just kill them off after one movie.
Yeah.
Except for like Loki. And I don't think Red Skull is dead, but I don't know where he is.
he died of old age. So they were back in time.
Ronan was a good villain. He's dead.
Yeah, Ronan was not a good villain.
I like Ronan.
Thanos isn't dead.
If they give Thanos that, I'll be so pissed after one movie. Who else?
Oh yeah, they are making only one part now.
Yeah.
Sure, they're making a 3.5-hour movie though.
They should.
Yeah, it's gonna be really long. It's gonna have an intermission and everything.
Hmm.
But speaking of new movies, did you hear they announced that the Riddler is gonna be introduced into the DC universe, but they won't tell us what movie.
Really?
Yeah, and they don't want to tell us who they cast either.
Who do you think would play it? Who do you want to play?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. I'm going with Neil Patrick.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's the biggest Riddler fan. Like he been, begging DC to cast him at Riddler, and I think he would make a decent Riddler. What? No.
He's like Henry Cavill as Superman. He looks like the Riddler, but he won't be good at acting as the Riddler.
Henry Cavill is a good actor. Man. What are you talking?
Not as. It doesn't take good acting to be Superman.
What?
You just talk about what's right and conflict with yourself. You just grunt. That guy never smiles. You grunt and talk about justice.
In the pic. Look. He smiled right there.
No, that's not a smile.
The Justice League picture. That's like half a smile.
It doesn't take a lot of good acting to be Superman. Trust me, there are much more. Supervillains is a lot harder to play than a superhero. And I think Edward Norton looks kind of like Neil Patrick Harris, but he's a proven good actor.
True.
The best acting Neil Patrick Harris ever did was in Gone Girl, and that wasn't even that great of a movie.
What? Gone Girl was great. What are you talking about?
It wasn't great.
Bruh.
Rosamund Pike was great. She was great in that movie. Ben Affleck, meh. Story was not good enough to be heralded as great. They were talking about how bloody it was going to be and how realistic, but there was one scene where he gets his throat cut and it wasn't even that gross. It was a stupid movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
But
he was okay in it. I'll give him that, but I don't know. Edward Norton would be a much better Riddler. I know he'll never play it. He'll never play the Riddler.
He's already the Hulk though.
Edward Norton? No, he was too expensive to play the Hulk in the Avengers. So they switched him with Garofalo.
What? Oh God! But
another person I could see playing the Riddler is Jude Law.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Because I think that he's a little too buff.
True.
But if he dropped a little bit of weight, he could Christian Bale possibly. But he's already
just have
in DC.
Jim Carrey come back.
No, no. We're gonna pretend you never said that. We're just gonna keep going.
All right, let's go back to Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
What else should we talk about Suicide Squad? I feel like the editing is a bit choppy at some point, which indicate a lot of deleted scenes.
But Jared Leto.
But it wasn't as bad as critics saying it. It's not.
It's not 23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's 20. What is it? 26.
It's like 26%.
Yeah,
I'd give it a solid 60 something, for sure.
See, that's why I'm saying, because this is where the critics are with DC movie. They the DC universe.
They go in angry.
Yeah, they
don't come out happy.
The DC universe, they haven't won the critics to that size yet. So I think making DC movie, they should be expecting hate from critics. But Justice League looked great.
I wouldn't say it looks great. I would say it looks fun. It looks fun.
Wonder Woman looks great. I would say that. Yep. Yep. This look awesome. Come on, man. This look awesome.
It wasn't the best Comic-Con trailer.
What was the best?
Kong.
Kong Skull Island.
For sure.
Alright.
Holding back fanboy rage.
You know they're making a Godzilla versus Kong.
I can't wait. I loved, it's guilty pleasure. I loved the new Godzilla movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was amazing.
It was amazing, yeah.
But he wasn't in it enough, Godzilla. But still, they did a good job. The other thing he was fighting was kind of stupid, but still, Godzilla looked so cool.
He looked awesome.
Yeah, he looked so awesome.
Because I grew up watching the Japanese Godzilla movie, like the rubber suit. It was kind of, stupid, but funny at the same time at first. But then they kind of evolved him into like a bigger.
And then you get to the first American one where you kind of just like flip a chair and then walk away. Ferris Bueller.
To be fair, if that movie wasn't called Godzilla, I don't think people would hate it that much. Yeah,
if there was something else, if it had a different name to it.
Yeah.
Lizard Thing. Sorry, Matthew Broderick.
Something like that, yeah.
But it's just like the source material was so much better that movie just looks so bad. And I think that helps make the new one look better too.
True.
Our second attempt at a Godzilla. And they actually had some Asian actors in that, which is good. There's not a lot of Asian actors in Hollywood, like The Great Wall. Starring Matt Damon.
Oh my god.
Don't go see that movie. If you go see it, do not support that movie.
Yep, no. I love Matt Damon. But it's just, no.
That's not okay.
Yeah, go see Sausage Party.
Oh, I'm seeing that. I can't wait. I can't wait.
But I think we go a bit off track.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the DC Extended Universe. Where do you see them going from here?
Okay. So, obviously, the next movie is, I think Wonder Woman's coming out before Justice League, right?
Yeah.
So, it's going to be Wonder Woman. That's going to be good. It's going to be the best DC movie.
I hope so.
I think it is.
It's looked really good.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Suicide Squad would be, but it is. It's the best DC Universe movie. I think.
You know, in my opinion,
Man of Steel?
Man of Steel is still my favorite.
I disagree. And then you got Justice League, which is going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be... It can't live up to the Avengers. There's no way. There's no way it'll ever be as good as the Avengers.
I like that you brought it up because I feel like the problem with DC is that...
They're compared to Marvel?
They're trying to compete with Marvel.
There's no way.
I mean, they're just so far behind. Just concentrate in making good movie.
I also don't think they should make it 2 parts. If they have time to fix that, fix it now. Because Justice League in 2 parts, stupid. If it was Darkseid as the villain, then I can see it being 2 parts.
It is Darkseid, though.
No, it's Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf for the first one.
Why are they changing for the first part and second part? Don't call it Justice League Part 1 and 2, call it Justice League 1 and 2. If you're changing villains.
I think they changed it, though. I think Justice League is one movie now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, they're smart. But it's still Steppenwolf. I don't even know who that is.
Really? Yeah. That's Darkseid uncle.
That's... I don't care about him.
Like, I'm all powerful and stuff. You gonna fight my uncle. But he's look kind of cool in that one scene in Batman v Superman. Steppenwolf.
Which one was he?
Oh, you didn't see the Ultimate Edition?
No.
So, yeah, he was in it.
Oh, okay.
And
then the Flash is going to be the best one, for sure.
You know, speaking of Flash, here's my problem with the DC movie. When they start making Man of Steel, Marvel is like 5-6 movies ahead of them. So they have to start big with, Superman. But making Superman dark and greedy, the critics, they already hate it. Like, this is not Christopher Reeve Superman. This is not the lighthearted Superman, blah, blah, blah. But, they start up so big, they have no more room for improvement. Where at Marvel, they start up with Iron Man. And, they start really small. And Iron Man is, one of the greatest superhero movie ever made. And it just built from that one character who played masterfully by RDJ.
Do you think that any superhero movie will ever be Oscar worthy.
I mean, The Dark Knight was.
It did win
Mhm.
some, but I still don't categorize that as a superhero movie.
It felt more like a crime
Yeah, a crime
drama.
thriller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if the critics, they like the movie for being dark and realistic, why wouldn't they like, the DC Extended Universe?
Because it seems kind of gimmicky.
True.
You can kind of tell they're asking for money.
Mm.
Or they're trying. It's the reason I don't like the band 21 Pilots. They come off as fake, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do something super artsy for the sake of being artsy, right? So like the problem the critics have is that, oh, we're gonna do something dark for the sake of being dark. The thing with The Dark Knight is Chris Nolan wasn't like, I'm gonna do this just because I want to be dark and I want to have Heath Ledger die at the end of this. It was because he saw the dark part of Superman that no one else ever. Oh, Superman, Batman.
Yeah.
He saw the dark side of Batman that no one else really saw in the comics, and he's like, I'm gonna put that on a screen.
And the movie was so good that I feel like Zack Snyder wanted to make Man of Steel like the legacy of those movies. Like,
And bullshit. Nope, I hate Zack Snyder.
why?
I hate him.
I love you, Zach.
No, he does. Zach, if you watch this video, you got your priorities wrong. All right, your priorities are wrong.
Oh.
It's not visuals, character, script. All right, it's characters, script, visual. All right. 300, cool movie, no story, nothing. It's just Gerard Butler screaming and people getting stabbed. All right.
Watchmen was good, though.
No, it wasn't good. It's people think it's good because it's the only R-rated superhero movie before Deadpool.
What? That because you saw the theatrical cut.
No,
The director cut is really good.
I've seen the director's cut. It's nothing special.
The 3 hours one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you like it?
Nothing special. It got appreciated for being rated R, which I didn't like, which is also part of the reason why I think Deadpool is overrated. But yeah, it's for being rated R. It's like whatever. They're like, ooh, look, we can put a penis on screen the whole time.
A blue one.
We can put a big blue penis on screen. It'll be cool. Rorschach was the only good part of that movie. Every scene with Rorschach I loved. He was really good. But I liked the graphic novel a lot more.
I think Zack Snyder, he's such like a visualist.
Yeah, but that's not how...
Is that even a word?
Yeah.
A visualist. So he would try to tell a story by creating a cool scene. You know what?
He needs to go talk to Mr. George Miller, because George Miller is the king of doing that. Did you see Mad Max Fury Road? That had one of the worst plots of 2015. Yet it was one of the best movies of 2015 because he found a way to make it a beautiful movie and make it so beautiful and so encapturing and so enthralling that you don't need a plot.
True. And Hollywood, they do prefer practical effect over CG. And Zack Snyder, he has a CGI fetish, almost.
CGI is kind of like the internet.
It's like...
It's like the internet. It's like, you need it, but you don't want it. It's like, no one wants the internet to exist. All it does is ruin lives, but you need it there.
You kind of need it to, yeah.
That's what CGI is. Like,
I would say CGI is like cheese.
The peak of CGI, what's trying to think of the best CGI? Avatar. Avatar was the peak of good CGI, right?
Mm-hmm. So
like, if people can make movies like Avatar, it'll be great. And then you got the lowest part of CGI, which is the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
I would put him like somewhere in the middle. Star Wars prequel.
No. CG in terms of
because
CGI?
I've seen a lot worse. I've seen worse.
Name one. Howard the Duck, maybe. But like... But Star Wars prequel trilogy, some of those CGI flips are so bad that, like, there's a YouTube video out there of just, like, all the flips in a row, and it's, like, 3 minutes long, and it's amazing. Go watch it. But CGI, you need to use it in smaller doses.
True. And this is one problem, I don't know if you noticed, of Zack Snyder. even from a big fan,
I've probably noticed it because I don't like him.
I still have a problem with this, that he doesn't let his actor do like the dangerous stunt. He would recreate like a fully CG Superman or Batman, and to have like an almost 90% animation scenes of just two, CG person fighting each other. So that's one big problem.
See, that's also not going to attract some of the big name actors who love doing their own stunts.
Yeah.
Like, namely, Tom Hardy, Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise especially. Yeah. Like for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which is the best Mission Impossible. That was a really good movie. He rode the plane. He went down into like the water
thing. Yeah.
He does all of his stunts. And it looks great. It looks so amazing.
Like, practical effects is always, you always look, it's helped the audience connect to the movie. So having way too much CG.
And the epitome of practical effects, The Revenant, which was a movie that is growing on me a little bit. It's a beautiful movie. It's a great movie. I don't like Inarritu. I don't like that style, but Leonardo DiCaprio pushed it to the limits. But he's almost to the point where he didn't deserve an award because he wasn't acting. He was actually doing it.
Yep.
So that's not acting. He was freezing to death. But, I mean, I don't know. Snyder, you do it wrong. Fix it.
He still have time to fix it, though.
He does.
Like,
it's time to work on his craft.
He's still a very young director. So, yeah. Speaking of casting, one thing you said in the last video, you said Marvel, they have better casting. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like because they cast big names for the small role. For DC, they cast big name for the big roles. So let's say Ben Affleck said, I don't want to make a superhero movie anymore because of the negative reviews. If he back off from being Batman, DC be in trouble. If who else? Henry Cavill or Will Smith or Viola Davis said, I don't want to do a DC movie anymore. DC be in trouble. But Marvel, they cast big name like Idris Elba playing, like a god who guard the door, whatever.
Yeah.
If he back off from that role.
But I mean,
they still have Thor.
You also got to say that like Marvel has gotten so lucky. All of their projects turned out. Like Chris Hemsworth was nothing before Thor.
True.
Now he's a great actor. Chris Evans was nothing before Captain America. He got super lucky.
That's what I'm talking about.
Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, was nothing before she was Scarlet Witch, and now she's a great actress. Robert Downey Jr. was a down-and-out actor who wasn't doing anything great.
Yeah.
Became Iron Man and is Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ruffalo was the only actor in the entire universe who had a successful career before it. Tom Hiddleston was nothing.
I've never heard of him before Loki.
Now he's Loki, and he's getting all sorts of good roles. He's an amazing actor now. Mm-hmm. Probably going to get an Academy Award this year for something. I don't even know what. And, like, there's just so many. Paul Rudd was in stupid romantic comedies, and now he's a good actor. It's just, like, it's mind-blowing how lucky they've got. But
and, let's just say Anthony Hopkins, who played Odin.
Yeah.
Let's say he's an
accomplished actor.
But I'm too old now. I don't want to do superhero movie anymore, I don't want to do more serious. Marvel could be like, go ahead. We don't need Odin anymore.
Yeah.
They go to see Thor. They go to see Loki. They don't go to see Odin. You know what I mean? So, the casting is so right.
And the thing with Marvel is, like, even if someone backs out, I feel like they could easily kill off someone.
Yeah.
First. Like, if say, Chris Evans was like, I don't want to be Captain America anymore. They have Falcon.
True.
So they could be like, all right, fine. Will you just come in for one scene? We'll kill you off, and then...
Like, I think they are going to kill him off, though.
Yeah, for sure. He's only signed on for one more movie.
Yeah.
And like, Falcon's would be a good Captain America. And like...
Or Bucky.
No,
Bucky.
not Bucky.
Bucky, he was Captain America.
Speaking of being lucky, Sebastian Stan. Who the hell is that? But now he's a good actor. And then you got like Chadwick Boseman. Wasn't in anything for the last 5 years.
42 was good.
Okay. He was in a big name movie for like 5 years. All right? And now he's Black Panther, which is
Nailed
everyone's new favorite character. Because he has no chill, but he was cool.
I don't get it.
Really cool.
But yeah.
God, I have the picture on my phone somewhere of just like the cast list of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
If you just read those off, it's just Lucky Chance after Lucky Chance. Chris Pratt.
Chris
Pratt, the fat guy from Parks and Rec, is now a hunk who's a really good actor. And oh my god, there's just so many.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. How'd they get Bradley Cooper to play a raccoon? No one will know because it's Marvel.
Yep.
They got lucky. What's the best DC got? DC got Jared Leto. Okay, Jared Leto is a proven actor.
Now let's just say Jared Leto is mad with the studio, and he said, I don't want to be Joker anymore.
Yeah.
They'd be in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and now they should be scared because he's bad mouthing them.
Yeah.
They made a bad decision to choose such a great and accomplished actor already.
And allow him to do all this stuff, like with the rat and the used.
They got the right actor for it. They got the right actor to make Joker the villain for the DC universe.
And they could have stepped in and said, we don't want you to do, the method acting anymore. You can stop now because you're not in the movie that much. But they didn't. They just let him do it.
And then make him think that because he said he didn't get to see any of the editing, so he thought
exactly.
And then he went and saw the movie, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Exactly.
So like. He got gypped.
Mm-hmm.
So now they should be scared because he's bad-mouthing the studio for messing with his shots. Which I agree with. I would do the same thing. Don't tell me I'm going to be playing a lead role. Don't put my name, on, the poster boards, right? It goes Margot Robbie, Jared Leto, and then Will Smith. So, you think, and that's not just that's not unfair to just Jared Leto. It's unfair to the audience. Because they think they're getting, we got Margot Robbie. Okay, she was good in Wolf of Wall Street. We got Jared Leto, who's Joker I've seen in the commercials, who looks awesome. And then we got Will Smith, who's an accomplished actor. Right? And then it just goes down the list.
Right.
And you get 10 minutes of him. How did they expect to get out of this without mad fans?
Yeah, DC is in some trouble now. But they changed the producer, not producer, the CEO of the DC company, whatever.
That's okay.
And this guy, he's like a comic book writer and a big fan of DC Comics. So I think this is gonna make some change with the future of DC Extended Universe. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm. It's good to see Jared Leto on the cast list for Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
It is because it means he's in it for something.
William Dafoe is gonna be he's gonna be in Aquaman. He's playing some.
Is he the bad guy?
No, he's playing. I don't know what like a butler for Aquaman, almost.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. William Dafoe. Yeah.
No, I thought he died.
What?
We don't need more Willem Dafoe.
Yes, we do.
You never need more Willem Dafoe. His career peaked at Spider-Man.
He was good in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Edward Norton.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but DC needs to just get luckier. And they need to take more gambles with their actors, which I think they're doing with Ezra Miller for The Flash. Because he's not a proven actor. He's a great actor.
Who looked amazing.
Yeah.
In that 5 second we got in Suicide Squad.
And in the trailer for Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool. And
Cyborg looks great.
No, he doesn't.
What?
Cyborg looks stupid.
What? Are you... Bro.
Cyborg looks stupid. You heard it here.
How?
I'm calling it now. Cyborg's going to be the worst character. No, Aquaman's going to be the worst character. But I'm calling Cyborg's going to be stupid too. Green Lantern, depending on who they cast, is not going to be good either.
The moment you step out that door, a bunch of DC fans are going to slide your throat.
Why? For which one? For saying Cyborg is stupid?
For saying Aquaman and Cyborg look stupid.
Aquaman, one, looks nothing like Aquaman.
Okay, here's the thing about Aquaman. I felt because they already tried a blonde, no beard Aquaman in the TV show.
No, they can have the beard.
Smallville.
Just make him blonde. Make him look regular.
I mean, Flash is not blonde.
No, Flash isn't blonde in all the comics.
He is blonde. Barry Allen is blonde.
Not in the New 52.
What?
In the New 52, he's a brunette.
Really?
Yes. And that's what they've been basing this off of. The New 52.
No, but
And Aquaman doesn't have a beard. Actually, he has a little scruff.
mm.
Like if you played Injustice.
But his hair is short.
In
It's
Injustice.
kind of like your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give him this. Let me play Aquaman. Don't let Game of Thrones play Aquaman.
I feel like if people, portray Aquaman as, the blondie with short hair with no beard, the audience is gonna think it's the superhero, we've been making fun of all these years. So they're not gonna go see it.
He is made fun of. But
so they have to make Aquaman look super.
I don't think that he's been made
badass.
fun of recently. I think that all the new reincarnations where he's still blonde and like everything, he's still a badass. Like,
No, but
you don't have to give him a beard and bad hair to make him a badass.
But the general audience gotta think the difference.
No.
I mean, we're fans, so we know Aquaman.
Yeah, but
Aquaman is awesome.
let's be
I
real.
know that.
All the money comes from the fans.
So,
All the money comes from the real fans of DC.
But
Some people will go see it and just be like, "Oh, that was cool," but like, fans are the people who like if they like it, go see it like 30 times. That's how Deadpool made all its money.
Mhm.
Almost everyone I know who saw Deadpool saw it twice.
I saw Civil War twice. Yep.
Point proven.
But yeah, DC. I feel like they need to stop trying to catch up with Marvel and just make great movie. Like even before Man of Steel, there was no Marvel movie that could be compared to The Dark Knight. Like none.
Oh yeah.
So
You just say Man of Steel was as good as The Dark Knight?
no,
Okay.
no.
Just
I
making
said
sure.
Before they made Man of Steel, they had the Dark Knight trilogy, and Marvel was
Nothing.
nowhere near that. But yeah, just let Marvel do their thing, and you do your things, and I'm gonna go see the movie regardless.
Oh yeah, do your sadness better. No one cares about Martha. There was no sadness in Suicide Squad. Make your sadness better.
Just trying to have fun, because that's what Suicide Squad is, a fun summer blockbuster. You go into Suicide Squad expecting Citizen Kane, you're not gonna get it. You're just gonna get Suicide Squad with good character, good action, and just a good time. So,
For sure.
anything else you want to add?
Okay. Final review. B plus.
B plus?
B plus for Suicide Squad.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, B plus is about 7.5
Yeah.
out of 10.
Oh.
Compared to Batman vs Superman, which is a 5 out of 10 on mine,
What?
which is a failing grade.
I give BVS an 8 too.
No, Suicide Squad was better.
It was more enjoyable. It was better, but
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. I heard it.
Yeah.
Something was better than his beloved Batman vs Superman.
you know what, boy? Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right.
That was it.
Thank you for making this video with me. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
See you soon with another review soon. I hope.
Of Sausage Party.
Sure. That's fine.